You, me, vlog, now. Alright, so for March, that's this month that we're currently in, we're going to be talking about my mental well-being. That's right. Basically, you know, this is something that's been building up. I'll tell you the story. We're gonna start this vlog off with sort of a story. This is gonna be, it's gonna be, we'll say, a little bit more personal, but it will have, we'll say, a major impact on the way I do things on the channel. And so I figured I'd go ahead and put this out here. And I wanted to really get this out now, so that you know, people can view it and they can, we'll say, form their own opinions, and we'll get all to that in a bit. Anyways, the other day, I had a rare opportunity to actually sit down and watch something on YouTube. I'm usually so busy, I don't really have time to watch anything. I just record stuff, put stuff out, and then I'm off to work and doing other things in life, and yeah. So, I had come across a video by Smooth McGroove, and if you're not familiar with this amazing guy, he does a cappella video game music covers, and it's really good. It's really good stuff. And he had done a video stating, you know, why he had been gone for 8 months. He had taken an 8-month break. I'll put a link to the video in the description or on the page if on the video if I remember. Anyways, he said he had taken an 8-month break, and he went into this whole explanation of to why, and this philosophy stuff, and you know, I couldn't help but while watching him going, you know, this guy thinks like I do. And maybe it's because the way he was presenting stuff that it really clicked something in my head. Something clicked, and I said, holy crap, I understand. It's like I had this epiphany, like lightning struck my brain, and I went, holy crap, I need a break. It's been evident, like, you know, in the last one vlog we did, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, we'll do special event weeks where I'll play something different. And, you know, and even then, before then, you know, the previous vlogs, I look back and I kind of see, there's the hints, there's the red flags that, I am grasping. I want something different. And then when I saw this video, I said, holy crap, yes. And I realized, you know, a lot of times when I come down here, to my setup here, when I come down to my computer to record stuff, it's not a feeling of excitement like it used to be. There's actually a bit of dread in there. And I'm like, even like some of the past, recordings I did, I just recorded, like, you know, Morrowind, and I was like, that wasn't good. I'm not happy with that. There's no life to it. And I realized that, you know, I've said this, I've espoused this, you know, on my Patreon page, and I've said this all the time that, you know, I'm doing this for me. I do this for me. If you happen to like it, great. But the fact of the matter is, I've been lying to myself. From the moment I decided that I needed to have an update schedule with this video on this day, and on this day, blah, 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 everything all scheduled out and has to be recorded. I have my weekly quotas to meet. Ever since I started doing that, I stopped doing this for myself. And that's a problem. Basically what I'm thinking is I need to get back to creating content for me. Now, I know some people are getting scared. They're like, you're in the middle of all these playthroughs, you know, you're in the middle of this stuff. Let me explain here. I don't think I need a break from, we'll say, YouTube in general. I don't need to go somewhere else. I enjoy doing this. It's kind of relaxing, but the thing is, I need to be in more control of what I'm putting out. And, you know, if I come downstairs and I'm looking at my quota, I'm like, okay, I need to get a video of, say, Morrowind done. And, so that I can have, you know, content out on time, to meet that schedule. But I don't feel like playing Morrowind that day. I feel like playing The Witcher. Or I feel like playing something completely different. Then that recording of Morrowind is going to be subpar. You know, it's going to be bleh. You know, I went from, at one time I would take notes. I'm like, oh, there's a cool thought in my mind. I'll jot that down, and, you know, then we can talk about that. And, you know, I've been having a harder time doing that as well. And it's because forcing myself to record stuff on days that I don't want to record stuff, and maybe even weeks. And it's we'll say thrown off my natural rhythm. It's forced me to sort of turn what I normally enjoy into work. Now, I'm not saying I need to do less of it or more of it. I think I just need to be in more control of what I'm doing. So, like for instance, because I know a lot of people like the Morrowind playthroughs, and they want to see me continue on with the Elder Scrolls. The way I tend to work a lot of times is I like to play a lot of a certain game over a period of time, and then okay, I need a break from it, and then I'll come back to it later. And so what would happen? It was say with we'll say uploading is I would have, one series might stop, and then I'd have something else going. Basically, what it boils down to is I think I'm just going to start recording what I feel like. If I don't feel like playing Morrowind, if I don't feel like playing Witcher, if I don't feel like playing both those games for like a month, then I feel like I'm doing the game and you guys a disservice by forcing myself through it. I was really into The Witcher, and I had actually been right ahead of my quota. I had been far ahead. So when I started The Witcher, I actually got a bit of a taste of that old style that I used to use, because I had stuff recorded far in advance, and I was able to start off that first chapter of The Witcher just playing The Witcher. I spent like an entire week at least just sitting there and playing The Witcher. Nothing else. That's the only thing I recorded. And I'm looking back at like that first chapter, my recordings of that first chapter of The Witcher, and I'm going, I was into it. You could see it, you could feel it, you could hear it, and I like that. And then I got into the second chapter, and at that point I had caught up with where I needed to start maintaining things with the other series. And you can see, like, I become a lot more forgetful too. I forget things a lot more. I'm losing my way around town. I'm like, who are you again? And it just doesn't work for me. So I know it's might concern some people, particularly we'll say patrons. I think actually the patrons are going to be the ones least affected, maybe, because I still plan on, only releasing certain number of videos a week, and then letting the patrons have whatever video comes out as I get it. So, if I happen to have a week where I just want to play Morrowind or just play something straight through, they're going to get way ahead. But I could still understand, why there'd be a little bit of concern. But ultimately, that's how I started the channel. I didn't have a schedule. It was I had to put up with a lot more of, when is this next episode of such and such a series coming out? And I had to keep answering that, well, when I get around to it, when I feel like it. And I'm getting ready, because I'm gonna have a lot more comments like that coming in. But I think ultimately that's just what I need to do to make it more natural for me, to make, we'll say, less assembly line, let's play, and more, this is me playing what I want to play, when I want to play it, when I'm excited to play it, and, putting stuff out. This means I'm probably going to have a lot more of, we'll say, a variety of things going on at once, and it's probably going to annoy some people because I'm, like, all over the place, and they just want to see the next installment of their favorite game. But that's not my personality. My personality is I kind of love a little bit of everything, and my moods change. Like, I've had a script written up for a video I've been wanting to do for a month or two now. It's been a little while, and I've been wanting to put this video out, but because of the whole quota thing, I'm like, well, I haven't met my Let's Play quota. I need to get these videos done. I need to get this out. I haven't been able to sit down and just record the footage for this other video. And that's something else that could be fixed by this. You might miss out on a couple of Let's Play videos, but you get a bit more of a variety, It basically killed my memory dump series and all this, because I had this in my head that I need to meet these targets. And while the idea of having a week where I can just work on something else is nice, it doesn't go far enough. Now, for those of you who were like, but I want that, you got my hopes up for the week thing. Well, I'm still going to do the week thing, because the reason I chose those games to put into a week is because those are the games I wanted to play anyways. So, the Distant Worlds universe, the Battlespire, and even going through the Arma series. Those are all things I wanted to do anyways. So I'm still going to go ahead and put those in on those weeks, as I said I was. So I can stay consistent with that. But I think it'll also even be better for those series, because now I'll have the freedom. If I come down here and I'm like, you know what? Let's play Distant Worlds. I feel like Distant Worlds. Then the people who like Distant Worlds, good. You guys get more of that. You guys are gonna have to share my time. That's basically it. Because, like I mentioned in the last vlog, I feel like I've got many different little, say, fan bases. So I don't have just Jason fans. I might. I probably do have just Jason fans. But we'll say the majority tends to be, you know, several groups who like different types of content. And I think that's probably the same, honestly, for most creators. You have your core group that'll watch everything, and then you have your other groups that are interested in only specific types of content. And I feel like this way here, at least, I'll be able to serve them better. So that is those are my thoughts for March. To sum things up, I'm just gonna do what I want. I'm just gonna do what I feel like doing, and you guys can put up with it. That sounds so terrible. Now, if there's, you know, I'm gonna address the patrons. I did want to get this video out before the next month. That way, if you want to jump ship, you know what, you have the information to do so. I don't want to screw anyone over, but I am letting you know that I did pick The Witcher and I did pick Morrowind because they were games I wanted to play, and I don't have any intention of stopping playing them. You know, I might go on a binge with them sometime and just go nuts, and you won't notice any difference in the flow of content coming out to you. But at the very least, you know, it's I think it'll improve the quality of what I'm putting out. You know, if you don't like it, drop it anytime. I don't know. It's a tough thing. You know, I want to be able to please people, but at the same time, I can't let this, like, I'm sorry, I feel like I've made my point. I'm going on a little bit longer, but, like, I've actually spent more time editing lately because of this. You know, I've been playing Morrowind, and I'll be playing and I'm talking, and then I'll just stop, and I'll just stare at my screen, and I'll look around, because I'm like, I have to get back into the zone, because I was pulled out, and I'm just like, oh, how much longer is there for this video? And I'll look at the time, and okay, we can do this. Hype myself back up and keep going. And then in editing, I've got to go ahead and chop those parts out. You know, here's a game for you. Go ahead and watch some of my recent, like, Morrowind and Witcher videos and see where you can see the cuts. Sometimes I'm interrupted, but sometimes it's honestly because I'm just like, and that's not good. That's not good. So, I say, we'll say, for my well-being, and for, we'll say, the quality of the channel, I'm just gonna do what I want, and I hope you guys, like, want to stick around for the ride. All right, that's it. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. I know this is kind of a big thing. You guys are not gonna have a set upload schedule anymore. I still have a bunch recorded. Like, you probably won't notice these changes for a little while, because I do have a bit of a queue already recorded. But you know, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Even though I'm pretty sure I just need to do this for myself, I do still want to hear what you have to say. Pertaining on to all this. So, anyways, in March. Until next time, game on.